My name is Major Wellendorf. I'm with the 31st MU. I'm the Civil Military Operations Planner, which is an 0535, and I'm from Franklinton, North Carolina. Today we're doing a community relations event with the school. We were integrated with the Army, and it's basically an event to create awareness for Cobra Gold and the joint nature of our two countries, Thailand and the U.S. Highlight moment today was doing push-ups. One of the Army sergeants got everybody on the ground and was doing push-ups, and everybody was falling out, but I was one of the last ones, so it was fun for me. I think that something like this is important because it goes to show that the United States and Thailand and all the Pacific partners are exactly that. We're partners, we're friends, we're groups of people who come together, and we might be separated by oceans and waters, but we're not separated in spirit. So it's there to kind of remind us that the spirit is there, and that we are truly partners in the area. So this is my first Cobra Gold exercise, but I've done other ones like Common Dog in the Philippines and a few others. Cobra Gold is a very large exercise. It's also one of the oldest in the Pacific. This is the 39th iteration that we've done this, and so it's just with Thailand, who's actually our oldest partner. So it's just one of our favorite things to do, is to come to Thailand. It's a highlight every year for those working in the Pacific. Some of the advantages to joint operations like this are we not only get to work with our Thai partners, but it's also a good opportunity for U.S. military organizations such as the Army, Navy, Marine Corps, and Air Force to work together. We don't always get to do that, and things like this bring us together as a joint force, and we get to see how one another operate and remind each other that we're there, and we talk to one another about our capabilities and some of the things that we're doing. I was able to talk to some of the Army guys about Pacific Passage, or Pathways, I think it was, which is an exercise that they do that I didn't know about, and now I do. So the way this is different from my regular day-to-day Marine Corps activities is that we actually do get to do real-world missions. A lot of the stuff that we spend time doing in the Marine Corps and on the MU is training, and this helps us get out there and actually do something in the real world, something that has positive effects and has results other than just proficiency. What I like about civil affairs and humanitarian civic action is that it focuses on the human side of war and governments. It allows us to look at the people as people. We get to understand one another, and I think through understanding, our nations can come together and work closer together. We're not just training to fight an enemy, we're training to support one another. I think that's important. My experience with interaction with the local community has been very positive. It's always wonderful to see their smiling faces and to know that we're well received in the community, and that they see us as partners, as friends, as people to look up to. They highly respect the U.S. military, the United States Marine Corps as well. And we just have a lot of fun with it. We had a lot of fun ones. Tug of war was very interesting. I never thought that I'd get beaten by a bunch of little kids in tug of war. But they came together and they kicked our butts, which goes to show that there's strength in numbers. Personally, I think things like this are important because it reminds us that we're all human, that no matter what happens, if our governments go to blows, if we can't figure something out through negotiations or diplomatic means, it's still a good reminder that people have their lives. They just want peace and prosperity, and whether we're involved in kinetic operations or not, we have to be mindful of the civil component, because at the end of the day, that's what really matters, and not just government initiatives. So that's me personally. I think, I'd like to add that this is just an exercise and demonstration that the United States is a Pacific country, and that we're a Pacific nation. And a lot of times people don't think about it that way, but we are a Pacific country, we are a Pacific nation, and we have the right and we have the ability and convenience to work in the Pacific and make sure that our interests are met here, along with the interest of everyone else. And we do that through cooperation, we do that through integration, we do that through stability operations, making sure that any malign actors, people who are out there who want to do anyone harm and disrupt a normal flow of life, that they're not welcome, and that we're all fighting together as unified partners to get rid of them and to create that stability, which allows us to have free enterprise and people to live their normal lives in peace. So.